Rush into the water. Let's clear the decks for action. Let's get out our ultramarine is the first thing we need. Put it up here on the top. The rest of them. And then put out the ultramarine blue. And then with the large brush, just wet a little corner here, that's all. And now we're going to take the ultramarine blue and we're going to paint in the sky. It's only just up in the corner because the trees are there. So it's there. We want our ultramarine blue. And it just carry on down a bit like that. It's no harm if you go down a bit. Doesn't matter, not going to do any harm. So for safety's sake, we'll go down to there. Let's give it a bit of a few swishes across there. That looks kind of nice, doesn't it? That's it. Now, let's put out some more paint because we're going to put in these bushes. First, we're going to put in some of the yellow, and then the raw sienna, and then we're going to get some of this Hooker's green. Now, this is quite a deep colour. It's great for making, I don't use it very much. I like to make my own greens, but on this occasion, I thought I'd just show you what you can do with this Hooker's green. Now, oh, that's a nice sound, isn't it? Yeah. So take some of the green and some of the raw sienna and a teensy bit of the green. See it? Got to be careful though. It can sure overpower you if you're not careful. And then while that's still wet up the top there, we're just going to dab in some of these bushes. You know, I must tell you, you probably know this, but just in case you don't, you've heard of Charles Lindbergh. Heard of him? Yep. First man to cross the Atlantic, right? That's what we're told. Well, that is kind of true, but not entirely. Because some 8 years before he flew across the Atlantic, two gentlemen called Alcock and Brown flew across the Atlantic in this biplane and crashed into a bog in Ireland. That's how I know about it. And they flew across in this thing that I don't know how they ever got anywhere in it because you should have seen it. I went to see it. It's in the museum. If you ever go to London, it's in the Natural History Museum. It's made of canvas stitched together. However, Charles Lindbergh's claim was correct because he was the first solo flight across the Atlantic and he was 8 years after Alcock and Brown. Now, there you go. So you can confound people. You can say to people, I know who was the first person ever to fly across the Atlantic. Solo. It was him. Oh yeah, anyway. Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm bashing in this. I'm going to put in find some of the light red here. Where is it? There it is. Just putting in the trees in the background behind this man's head. Do you see them? And of course, we can ignore them. I'm going to paint over them and everything because that's the plan. The reason you put masking fluid on is to allow you to do it. You know, you see people, they put the masking fluid on and the next thing you see them trying to paint, particularly with cottage, they're trying to paint around it. No, that's not what you do. The other thing is that you can use the masking fluid, ignore it completely. It's not there, see? I thought this is kind of nicer colouring. There's a bit of red in there, it's nice, isn't it? When you see we go down a bit. Now I'm going to add in a bit darker colour, so I need some burnt umber. And then we'll create some trees. Now this is, see that? This is the dabbing of the brush. It's all done, it's very light. It's tipping the top of the brush. The brush is all over the place. That's the way you want it. Now that's looking pretty good there now. Right down over our friend. Over his head, he says. It's over me head. Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm going to stipple that in, and what I'm doing is I'm reaching into my pocket here, finding my poor empty wallet, and out of that, I'm going to get an implement which might be great help to you. Nobody knows what I'm talking about here. I'm going to take out a credit card. Yeah. And then, with that credit card, I'm going to take out some nice, rather than use my finger, because I want a thicker one, you see? That easy. So there is use for a credit card. Apart from getting into trouble, isn't there? Look at that. See? Put the credit card back in my pocket again now. And put the wallet over there. Watch the lads, you know, when they see a wallet around here. Now I'm going to go back into some red again, you don't want to see just trees sticking up straight in the air like that. How's that? Yeah, okay. All right. Now, I'm going to dry that, and now you're going to go away and visit probably the most famous falls in Canada, if not in the world. Okay, Niagara Falls, wonderful. I got an opportunity to go up in a helicopter and go around them. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, well, sure. Well worth it, wasn't it? Couldn't leave Canada without showing the Niagara Falls. Now, okay, now I'm adding in some of this green. This is Hooker's green and lemon yellow, just filling in all this river bank here. Behind our fisherman friend, as they say. And then as we come down it a bit, oh, that's a bit, I gotta clean that. Don't want to, be careful you don't put the wrong paint on. You know, you can, just darkening it down near the bottom of the, right over the man again. Yeah, let's keep, and right down to the river's edge, you see? And up there, of course, as well. Yeah, this is a flowing, fast flowing river.